Let's do it.
Let's do it.
What we talking about today?
Yo, this is what we talking about, bro. We got to start it off here, man. Like this right here was crazy. Let me share my screen. I got this from you. Um, it's right here, man. I want to chop this up
Okay.
and really take a look at it. Hold on, let's see
Okay.
here. Let's do this. Share screen. This right here, man. We got to start it off here. You posted this, man. I wanted to really take a look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's right here. This is a letter from the House of Representatives in the state of Georgia. I said, damn.
Right.
This is from the Speaker of the House
Mm-hmm.
to Keisha Lance Bottoms.
Right.
Dear Mayor Bottoms, I write today out of concern for the safety of Atlanta's residents and visitors. As you know, Atlanta has seen a marked increase in crime, particularly violent crime, in recent weeks and months. As the Atlanta Journal and Constitution reported, homicides homicides surged 58% in 2020 from 99 in 2019 to
Mm-hmm.
157 in 2020, the
Mm-hmm.
most in more than 2 decades.
Mm-hmm.
The editorial board of the AJC noted the public believes the city is losing the battle when it comes to protecting its citizens. That's unacceptable for a city as important and as influential as Atlanta.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I have to agree with that assessment. I feel a particular sense of obligation to the General Assembly members who call this city home during the legislative session for 3 or more months each year.
Mm-hmm.
Over the past 2 years, there has been an alarming increase in their reports of auto theft, auto break ins, and other property crimes. More
Okay.
recent news articles report that from January 1st to February 20th, there were 18 homicides in Atlanta, up 80% compared with the same period last year,
Mm-hmm.
showing this problem is far from under control.
Mm-hmm.
Just yesterday, a headline reported Atlanta police investigate 3 separate shootings within
Mm-hmm.
2 hours. In light of this, I have also been disturbed that 192 Atlanta police officers quit or were terminated last year. Now
Mm-hmm.
that's, come on now, quit or were terminated.
Mm-hmm.
That right there alone is a little ridiculous. Like, we know most of them folks, they quit.
Right.
They weren't fired.
Right.
Given this, I mean, like 5 of them might have got fired.
Yeah.
So to just conflate that in one number is
Well,
crazy.
well, well. Ray. Well, the thing is, this is coming off the back of the thing. I think that the young man who got killed at the what was that, the Wendy's, right?
Right.
Yeah, I think the police got reinstated.
Okay.
Yeah.
See? So I don't even know what ones that they're talking about got fired, who those actually were. But
Well,
yeah,
well,
you're absolutely
well. I
right.
mean, when I bring that up, I'm saying because they're basically wanting to throw everything at her that but the kitchen sink. So I mean, once she failed to prosecute the police, and even Mrs. Moore, right?
Mm-hmm.
The the councilwoman.
Hmm.
She brought that up in a post. She said that because of her mistake in prejudging the police before a full investigation was done, they were
Mm,
reinstated. So basically, she's putting the blame on Keisha Lance Bottoms for not doing a full investigation before she labeled it a murder, so on and so forth. So the
mm.
police got reinstated on a technicality.
Oh man,
Yeah. So
crazy.
so the blood is in the water, and you know.
Mm. And yeah, the blood is in the water, and they circling, and you got the city council turning on the city is basically turning on itself.
Hmm. Hmm.
Given this dramatic increase in crime and the ongoing difficulty the city is having in addressing this issue, I have asked Representative Jay Collins, Chairman of the House Committee on Public Safety and Homeland Security, to
Mm.
hold hearings on crime in Atlanta to determine if state intervention may be necessary.
Okay.
I would request that the city of Atlanta cooperate with the committee's proceedings. I know that we share a desire to see Atlanta remain a place that families and businesses wish to call home. I
Okay.
thank you for your cooperation in this matter and your service to the city of Atlanta. And that was, yeah, I forgot the buster's name.
Hmm.
Name.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, man, David
Yeah.
Ralston, the Speaker of the House.
Yeah. South Fulton just got a tank. You know,
Say what?
South Fulton got a tank. Um, I'm not sure which year. I think when that was, but they got a tank. Um, they got a $400,000 tank. When was that? The purchase of $400,000 tank, September 2019. Um, well, because I know you had mentioned that there's going to be a joint task force, right? Between the
Yeah,
cities, right?
yep.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta Police Department, East Point Police, College Park Police, and South Fulton
Mm-hmm.
are all going to come together, joint task force, to deal with auto theft.
Okay.
And then on top of that, you have the city. I think this is all sparked. What led this off
Mm-hmm.
was the city of, well, I'm going to say not the city, but Midtown, them starting to have random traffic stops to apprehend, to, try to slow down the crime in Midtown. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, stop and frisk is alive and well
Okay.
in Midtown.
Mm.
Midtown is hot as hell now. They
Okay.
say from January to, let's see, let's take a look at this right quick.
Hmm. Your boy. They couldn't hold your boy in the tank last night, man.
Oh, they let them out?
Yeah, they had to let him out.
Yeah. Um, yeah, they hell, man. So yeah, Atlanta police say new unit lowers crime rate by making thousands of traffic stops. So the number seems almost impossible between January 1st and in the middle of February. A new unit of 6 officers and 2 supervisors had conducted more than 2,300 traffic stops, according to police officials. The department is touting the success of its new tactical traffic crime reduction unit
Hmm.
in Zone 5, an area that includes downtown and midtown. The TTCRU's goal is to reduce thefts from cars in the area by making more frequent traffic stops. according to Jeff Childers. In the first 6 weeks of this year, the unit has issued 1,100 citations and made 23 gun-related arrests, he said.
Okay. They're auditioning for that new 1994 crime bill reboot. Where Joe Biden is talking about warrantless home entry to look for guns and shit.
Yeah, exactly. And so isn't it ironic? It's so ironic, man, that the same folk y'all voted this man in, and he is
Tough
more
on crime.
he's tougher on crime than Trump is on the people that got him in there,
Yeah.
the people that actually got him in there.
Yep.
So I just find that to be bananas, man,
Yep.
straight up.
Yep. I mean,
So
but they knew it. They knew his record. Shit. They knew his record.
yeah, yeah, he didn't make no bones about his record, man. He didn't make no
No.
bones about his record, bro.
No. No.
So yeah, we in a real crazy time. You got all types of over policing going on,
Mhm. Mhm.
and it's pretty much a crazy situation, man. But how this ties into the Stop Asian Hate
Mm.
Psy-op is the fact that there is no real attack on Asian people based on race for real in real
Mhm.
life.
Mhm.
This is something that they're promoting just to use as
A
leverage
pretense.
to try to push forward with this agenda that they already have. But ain't nobody messing with them for
Right.
real. Not based on race.
No. 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 I mean, because the thing is, um, you know, the communities are I mean, anytime you have a community that's multiracial, a multiracial community, you're not going to see that. You know what I'm saying? Because in a multiracial community, Asians are considered white. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now, when you're talking about when they're in the black community, you know what I'm saying? Now you're talking about a situation where you have, they're in a position of power,
Right.
over black folks. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hmm.
so when you're talking about hate, you're not talking about a situation where black people in any case, have you that they have any power over Asians, or any or any ability to exact violence over them. I mean, because um, they can call the police. You know what I'm saying? There's not a place where Asians are where they cannot call the police, and it's not going to be a case where they're in the black community where they're by themselves. You know what I'm saying? Where they're
Right.
where they're by themselves and never and at the mercy of black folks. That just doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? They're not in the position at any point to be abused by black folks anyway. White folks, again, if they're in a multiracial community, what other white folks are not going to allow them to even get away with abusing, these honorary white folks anyway. So I don't know where it could be happening in the first place.
Yeah, man. Well, one of the initial places that they're saying it happened
Hmm.
that's getting a lot of press is in San Francisco. But if you
Okay.
know about San Francisco is heavily gentrified, and it's
Hmm.
the number one city that's been gentrified as far as black folks being displaced in the country.
Yeah.
Number one.
Yeah.
So I'm showing now the San Francisco school board.
Hmm.
San Francisco school board's latest crisis, racist tweets. Now let's see what the racist tweet. The
Oh, they're
racist
talking
tweet.
about tweets. Okay, so the hate is not actually something that's tangible. It's more like the lady talking about stop online violence against
Yeah,
women.
yeah,
Okay, okay, so they're not fully exacting, the degree to which the hate is actually experienced. Okay, got you.
right. This it's still that same language, man. You know.
Online
So
violence.
online violence. So the vice president of San Francisco's school board is under fire for tweets she wrote in 2016
Hmm.
saying that Asian Americans use white supremacist thinking to get ahead and were racist towards black students.
Hmm.
The tweets are at the center of a new crisis facing the scandal plagued Board of Education, which has been sued, criticized, and mocked over the past few months. Board
Mm.
member Allison Collins was the focus of a heated public hearing Tuesday evening, attended online by more than 1,000 people. Many callers demanded Collins step down, echoing calls by two board members and dozens of officials who have denounced the tweets as racist and anti-Asian. Mayor London Breed also joined the chorus saying our students and our API community deserve better. And London Breed is a sister. And she
Oh,
took the side of them other folks, bro. But it's crazy because basically they're saying if you point out racism, you're being racist.
wow.
So this is what it is, and just out of the blue, Asia Asians are a protected class.
Hmm. Hmm.
They're a protected class, bro. You can't
Hmm.
say nothing about them like you can't say nothing about LGBT, and you can't
Yes.
say nothing about
Yeah.
Jews. Just like
It's the
that.
same. It's the same playbook. It's the same playbook because when you're talking about the Jews, the situation I think partially with Nick Cannon that they had a problem with. They said that was racist when they said that when Nick Cannon said that the Jews had a lot of money and resources, and they said, "Oh, that's racist to say that they're in positions of power." You know what I'm saying? Which is
Right.
weird. You know what I'm saying? That's not even a denigrating factor. You know what I'm saying? They're saying that you have a lot of shit, you rule a lot of businesses, you own a lot of businesses in America, which is true. And they try to say that is hate speech to say, that you are actually empowered in America.
It's crazy. Um,
Well, the young lady that the black girl who was going to get the Teen Vogue position.
yeah.
Um, she got called out for tweets from when she was a kid or some nonsense, and they had to take away that position. Like that was going to be the first black woman to get that position. And that prominent writing producer. I don't know what the actual, but basically she was almost like the editor in chief. I
Hmm.
think of Teen Vogue, which is one of the biggest magazines. But they took that away based on some tweets that she supposedly made against Asians when she was in high school or some nonsense. Like
Hmm.
mad long years ago. You know,
Hmm.
so they're just digging for hate speech online. You know what I'm saying? I think they went to her Twitter account or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they
From
they
from
literally digging,
from
bro.
but that's crazy because you were on the belt line showing all those dead, killed, murdered black people, and you're gonna compare that to online violence that you have to
Right.
dig, that you not only that's not prevalent, but that you have to actually dig up.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. crazy, man. And they got an Asian American liaison on anti-race violence. They made a special position for this person. The Biden administration made a special position for someone to look over Asian American racism. And it just lets you know you had BLM. BLM was propped up by them. So now they're using this anti-Asian rhetoric or this anti-Asian hate to knock down or take the legs from under Black Lives Matter and say, no,
Mm-hmm.
Asian lives matter, people of color matter, and we're going to bully y'all into supporting us. And we're going to get your leaders and your celebrities to come out and bully y'all into supporting us.
Mm-hmm.
So I say all that to say, if y'all on here talking about stop Asian hate, that let me know where your mindset is, and you really have fallen for the okie doke. You
Mm-hmm.
really have, because just like you said, you can't even compare the two. If somebody try you about that, you need to look at them sideways and joke them out talking about some Asian hate. Can't even compare it.
No, you can't compare it. You're talking about, again, something online, something in, in random isolated cases. You know what I'm saying? Not something that will cause, a person to walk around in fear, which in fact, is the case for black people. Most of the time, you never know when someone is, of authority is going to pull your card.
Yeah, it's the ultimate insult to black folks, really, man. Everything that we're currently undergoing, everything that we go through, and they're trying to shove this down our throats and totally minimize what we're doing. Because let's not even keep it twisted. This is really trying to combat the push for reparations, bro.
Yeah, yeah. Because
So they
next,
can say it's more victims out there. Go ahead.
yeah, because next it's going to be blown up to immigrants. It's not just going to be one particular minority group. It's going to be immigrant hate. You know what I'm saying? Which
Mm-hmm.
they tried to make stick. When they were saying, what's the term? Um, what's
BIPOC. No.
no the negative term when you against
Oh, xenophobe.
it, yeah, xenophobia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't really make that stick, but they're trying to use some kind of descriptive, anecdotal experiences to try to push that forward.
Man, it's crazy, bro.
But the thing is, though, I mean, but Biden made a mistake, because I don't know how well he's going to be able to do that as far as a umbrella immigrant situation, when he's got all those Haitians that he's sending back on the boat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So he's not winning no allies, from those particular immigrants. You know what I'm saying? So he got the white immigrants coming in, and he's sending the darker skinned ones back from where they came from.
Giving them free hotel stay and everything, man. I think they done spent 83 million on hotel rooms for the immigrants
Mm,
at the border.
mm.
So this is a strange time to be alive, man. I'm just surprised so many black folks falling for it.
Hmm, 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 hmm. Well, I mean, it's the Democratic Party platform. You know what I'm saying? So they're not looking at it in terms of mistaken politics. You know what I'm saying? As long as they feel that they're still making acceptable positions, within the Democratic Party, they feel that nothing's wrong or out of the ordinary. You know what I'm saying? They think that these are just policy, situations that need to be debated. You know what I'm saying? But they're not really looking at the negative side. You know what I'm saying? Well, so while you're debating these things, it's basically off of it's going to be on the backs of black people, either through us not actually getting the visibility that we need or being demonized at the same time.
Man, it's crazy, bro.
You know?
It's crazy.
Hey, did you look? Were you able to get a peek at that that dialogue I told you about the sister?
No, I didn't.
Okay, okay,
Mm-mm.
okay, okay. But what I found though, so I told you about Be the Power having a debate with the the professor that's on with Roland Martin. What's his name? Um,
Um,
what's that guy's name?
car, car.
Carr. Yeah. So yeah, I had sent that to you too on your messenger where Carr had a lower level Pan Africanist come and debate Be the Power. You know what I'm saying? Because Be the Power had got at Carr online, and this guy stepped in. You know, a lower rung Pan Africanist. He stepped in and wanted to take the challenge. You know, on behalf of Dr. Carr. But the thing is, that same sister that I was going back and forth with about the hate against African American men that she was, that she was displaying, she actually had retweeted or reposted on the side of the gentleman who was going against Be the Power. Particularly, it wasn't Be the Power. It was Logic. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, so I'm like, oh, okay, I get it. No, like I said, so that's where we get into again that conversation where where we were talking about Pan-Africanism and feminism being an intersectional.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, your breakdown of connecting feminism to Pan Africanism is, I haven't heard anybody do that. So I salute you. Yeah, yeah, I salute you for that because that that made me look at it differently. Because I
Yeah.
never connected the two. I knew that we were getting opposition from both sides,
Hmm.
but I look
Hmm.
at them as different sides. And
Hmm.
when you talk about warfare, asymmetrical warfare, you're getting attacked from all sides. And it's
Hmm.
like a stick and move situation. So it's people entangled on in both of those factions that don't even know
Hmm.
that they're working in concert with each other. And
Right.
on the surface, a lot of them think that they are against each other, but in actuality, they working on the same side.
Right. Right. They definitely are working on the same side. Definitely. Yeah, they definitely are working on the same side. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
I mean, because
man.
that brings to mind the sister, where we were talking before, the sister that you did the had the conversation with, where she was trying, she's as a Pan Africanist, trying to throw black men, particularly the Black Panther men, under the bus, calling them all monsters and rapists and so on and so forth.
Hmm.
Totally denigrating the whole legacy of them, to be replaced with these more, as she saw it, more upstanding Black Panther party members in the form of black women, but this
Hmm.
is what female Pan Africanism is basically. You know what I'm saying? It's lesbian feminist. It's BLM basically. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And people are not being honest about that. You know what I'm saying? And I said BLM didn't grow up out of a vacuum. You know what I'm saying? They
Right.
didn't they didn't come out with, they're against heterosexual black, they didn't say black, but they did say heterosexual males. But most of the time when you're talking about going against heterosexual males, or you're talking about toxic patriarchy, so on and so forth, in most cases, the target is black men. You know what I'm saying? Because we have been made to be the most heinous patriarchs, let them tell it,
Mm-hmm. Well, it's interesting. I'm interested to see what's going to happen now that Biden is in there. They pretty much shot down the defund the police thing. You got Black Lives Matter basically getting swung on by the mothers of the movement, saying that y'all have not. Where's the money going?
hmm
You know.
hmm
So I expect them. They might crawl into a cubby hole and disappear for a while, and maybe rise up again if a Republican get elected. Because they
I
do
mean,
that disappearing act.
the problem with their politics is that BLM, for the most part, they're grifters. You know what I'm saying? So if they don't get any legislation passed, they really don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, that grift didn't work, on to the next. You know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
but on the other side too is the problematic aspect is that you have the same people who are calling out BLM, right? They really can't point the finger at BLM because of the fact is um, their um, their master, in the form of the white liberal in the Democratic Party says, you know, don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about the fact that they got that money because we're doing, where you had Tamika Mallory in the Cadillac commercial. You had the 10 billion going to black women. They're going to get theirs anyway. So it's really kind of almost disingenuous, for some to call out BLM because they're getting money from the Democratic Party too themselves. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, nobody really is losing out. You know what I'm saying? The no the people who are complaining, they're still not losing out either. You know what I'm saying? It's just something, I think, more something to talk about for them. You know what I'm saying? BLM is not losing out, and neither are the people that are complaining because the fact is they're gonna, as long as they're riding with the Democratic Party, um, or maybe they, I may be speaking too soon, but the Democratic Party is going to take care of them. You know what I'm saying? If they are part of some kind of special interest group.
Man, I got to. We finna close out, man, but I got to show this. This is powerful right here. Um, this right here
Mhm.
is on your page. You got it pinned at the top. Um, Now, before I read this, who is this and what was the time period?
Um, that that I have pinned at the top. Um, that
Her
was
name
one of the suffragettes, I believe.
suffragist.
Yeah,
I think she's what, Freedman?
yeah,
Freedman?
yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, here goes. I wanted young black women as well, so that on the same trip to Atlanta or maybe another, funny Atlanta, huh? I met with students with their new afros, so she already taking shots, at the headquarters of SNCC, Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, an
hmm
organization of black college students formed in 1960 by Stokely Carmichael to end segregation peacefully in the South through voter registration drives and sit-ins. It was
hmm
hard to convince those young black women to join now. I
hmm
remember sitting on the floor and talking with all these young women and some men, and the women saying to me, "We don't want anything to do with that feminist bag. Black women have been too strong. It's the black man who should get his power now. Then they'll take care of us." Well, I wanted to spank them. but they learned soon enough. They eventually came in. It was true, of course, that black women were already strong. They were forced to be because they could get jobs cleaning houses and taking care of white children when black men couldn't get any jobs at all except for shining shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Because black women were essential to their family survival, they never had the luxury of the feminine mystique that
Mm-hmm.
belonged to the white, middle, and upper class. Even
Mm-hmm.
daughters of the black upper middle class, like my brilliant psychotherapist friend Margaret Lawrence, who started the mental health clinic in Rockland County,
Mm-hmm.
Jane Wright, dean of a medical school, Eleanor Holmes Norton,
Mm-hmm.
prominent civil rights attorney and future congresswoman. So she just went on to, pat the Negro she like on the head.
Mm-hmm.
But I found that to be powerful, man, because at first they wasn't with it, but they eventually got the program, like other social engineering programs that have been done in the past,
Mm-hmm.
and here we are now. And my point in all of that is we're literally being attacked from all sides.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're being
Yeah.
attacked from all sides. So it's not just black feminists. It's not just white feminists. It's not just white men. It's LGBT.
Mm-hmm.
It's Asians.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's everybody.
It's everybody. But I'm a throw you for a loop. So all the business, and I think I sent this to you too. So all the business with Derek Jackson, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So Derek Jackson, he got caught cheating and so on and so forth. And you know what he makes his bread and butter off of, which is throwing black men under the bus and blaming them for the relationship failures between black men and women, right?
Hmm.
Come to find out, he's a Jamaican himself.
Hmm.
He is a Jamaican. So it's weird. Like, okay, how does this guy have this cognitive dissonant ability to throw black men under the bus while he himself is supposedly a black man, and he's doing the things that he is demonizing and calling out in other men? It's because he has a cultural framework to buy into where he really doesn't care. You see what I'm saying? So his image is not really invested in the same black male image that we are invested in. And so that's the problem with a lot of our politics, which a lot of people don't understand. Is that whether you're Pan-Africanist, whether you're this, whether you're feminist or whatever, most of these people will engage in the politics, but they're not really invested in it. You understand what I'm saying? Because they have another identity that they can fall back on, just in case or suppose, the black identity becomes so denigrated and so demonized.
Yeah, like Jackson Lee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Just gotta be on our square, big brother.
Yes, I. Yes, I. Yes, I.
So just a little quick jump in, jump out, man. Thank you for getting at me and finding that signal, bro. We're gonna do it again soon, bro.
All right.
All right, bro. Stay
All
up.
right. Peace. Stay up.
Peace.